Hello and welcome to one hell of a match in the first bracket of the Line War tournament. Um, Today we are looking at nickname versus Animorph. So if you like to see the very best players compete against each other, this is the game for you. They are meeting each other in the very first round, and it's for this new tournament it's best of 3. So first to take 2 games will continue to the next round in the winners bracket, and the loser will go down to the losers bracket. This will be very exciting to see. Probably the most exciting game of the first round. 2 of the very best players. And just before we begin, I'll just quickly show some history. So this is a game or the tournament from June 18, 2022. And this tournament, Animorph came in second, and nickname was kicked out at this round in the losers bracket. And try to notice who he was kicked out by. It was Animorph. So he will. There's some revenge to be taken here for nickname. And if we skip forward to earlier this year, we also had a tournament, and this time nickname actually came third. Animorph was kicked out in the second round by aka Misk, and then nickname was also kicked out by aka Misk. So yeah, very, very exciting to see 2 of the very best players, and nickname have had a bit of a rough group stage, I think. Well, maybe that's overdoing it. But he lost 2 games, I think. So he has to redeem himself so we can all get to see the nickname that we all know and fear so much. But let's see if he's actually capable to come back here. And despite nickname probably or getting farthest in the previous tournament, I put my money on Animorph on this one. But in my prediction video, my last prediction video, but it's very, very close, I think. And it's basically just because of my own games against nickname, and like outside they are casual, so they are hard to really weigh too high. But also how nickname unfortunately lost, I think, 2 games. I hope that's right, because now I said it 2 times. But let's see. Nickname in blue, Animorph in red. Get ready, bring out your popcorn, get a nice drink, and try to learn from the best. And immediately we see that they're kind of valuing different territories. So Animorph is going this spot as a first one, and nickname up here, which will then probably also be their starting positions. And that means that the trade route will probably never come and play in this map, is my bet. And let's see, Animorph has a city, a few towns. He has a city down here, but you need to get there by air or navy. Then he has this city up here. Oh, and we actually already have a starting position from nickname. He's starting all the way up here, close to the city. So for Animorph, I think if he starts down here, let's just see where he's going to start. It would be to close off nickname here, and then it will be a fight to over here somewhere. I'm not sure. It really also depends on how they're playing. Are they going for full-on expansion, or are they going for a quick win? it's a map that's, I think it's difficult to use tanks, but it's also kind of difficult to use air, because you don't need SAMs too many places to really keep off your opponent's air. But there's definitely more options with air than tanks, I think. On the other hand, you can really get your tanks roaming, so who am I to say? Animorph starting central here. Nickname is really like in one big line across his starting position, and I think that's to cut off Animorph as fast as possible, so he gets some back capping going, and then he wants to keep Animorph behind this line probably. And same here, Nickname wants to probably have the front line here. Animorph wants to have the front line here, and that front line will decide who can get some extra territory and a city potentially. So Animorph is going 1 air and 3 barracks and 1 factory, some eco. Nickname is building eco up here, but he's actually building his main base here. And this is very, like, if it was a new player, I would have been probably not so nice about this play. But that's also what we know Nickname for. He's doing the unusual often, and it can really surprise you sometimes. Now I wonder how much they can see. So they don't know where each other are, though they probably do due to their experience. Animorph does not see this yet, but he will, as soon as he get a bit further, he will already know that Nickname is in the ocean. I'm not sure if it's because Nickname wants this, or if it's just because he wants to harass Animorph. Yeah, he wants to, okay, he wants to do some commanders right away, but I can't see how that will succeed against Animorph, because he will spot this immediately, I think. But let's see. Here it is. Let's see how fast he's already. I actually didn't notice if he put this before or if that was a very fast reaction time. But he also sees the commandos and the transport goes down. Nickname will probably start to build missile ships here. And Nickname has a tank somewhere. I don't know if I'm blind. Oh, yeah, I am blind. It's right there. So this is, of course, a huge, but compared to that, we're in the beginning of the game. This is a big expense to spend on units that can only move within this small area. But if Nickname can pull it off by using his missile ships in a smart way, then who knows, it might pay off. And if he can do some tricky maneuvers with the units. But what Nickname has going for him is definitely the expansion. I think we should try to look at some eco. I would imagine that Nickname is a bit ahead here. And unfortunately for Animorph, he actually loses this commando. Yeah, he don't know where it is anymore. Let's see, 560 and 570, so not much it's not a big lead that Nickname has in eco. Now he's going across with the tanks. It's I don't know how far they will get since Animorph has the helis, but luckily for Nickname, the helis are probably out searching for this commando. Oh, it actually both. I did notice that both got away. So I think they're searching for the commandos. And Nickname is starting to snipe this, and Animorph can see the commando. So Animorph is already busy trying to defend, putting his focus elsewhere than on expansion. And I think this is just as much for Nickname just to scout. So he does get a good view of Animorph's base. But he's out of gas. It's on the way though, and it's actually back online. Gets to sniper in industry, which means he's now on 650 and Animorph is in 600. And I think Nickname is using his units a bit better, because he doesn't have too many units here. Most of Nickname's units are out doing work elsewhere. Nickname has one barracks I would call maybe an expansion barracks. Animorph has all his base centralized. So right now I think it's going very good for Nickname, because he pushed the front line down here, very important, and he also got the front line all the way over here. So if we take the big picture, that means that Animorph will be cut off quite a bit, and he will actually only have, well, he might even lose the control over this town, and then he would only have this and a expensive one down here. Nickname would have 1, 2, 3, and potentially 4. And I think this could actually be one of the reasons that Nickname has the transport boat. So instead of moving his army across here, that will take forever, he can start just pulling excessive units from this front line and down here, and they are immediately at the front line. Animorph is searching for any units, and I almost missed this snipe. Well, it didn't happen, but he's on it, and Nickname is also trying to cap small territory down here. Both these commandos are still alive, so Nickname is really drawing Animorph's attention to all parts of the map. And now Nickname can defend these units with the missile boats, while these units are very exposed to the helis. And it will probably take some time before Nickname can get any anti-air down here. On the other hand, this is looking good for Animorph now. He will push Nickname back. And the question is if he can start to threaten this town. And once again, Nickname goes with ships. Very interesting play. Nickname with the proxy base as we know him. Okay, this is looking tough for Animorph, because he has a hard time supporting his army with the Helios. I think at least one more. No, they are. I wonder if Animorph just retreated. So one more heli down. That's more or less all of Animorph's air force. Nickname with another guy who's running off into the back. He has one here as well. So that's one thing you really need to be aware of when playing Nickname. It would be good to constantly, especially when you know 2 commandos got away, have some sort of scout, maybe use an interceptor and roam your back territory. Animorph's last heli goes down, and I think eco-wise, Nickname is probably looking good right now. 780 for Animorph and 900 for Nickname. So Nickname is actually pulling ahead eco-wise. Now Animorph is retreating. I wonder if it's to kind of do the same thing. Nickname basically holds this front line with 7 infantry, and Animorph has so many units here, but because they are entrenched, Nickname feels alright having just 7 there. And that means Animorph is spending a lot of units just standing around doing nothing. A lot of anti-air for Nickname up north as well, so it would be very tough for Animorph to really utilize his air. But his land force is looking good. Definitely good start for Nickname, and he still has a lot of territory to cap. Still has all of this and a bit here. Animorph also has quite a bit of land to capture. This is slightly scary for Nickname, I think, because if Animorph gets this town, which he can see, that will really hurt Nickname's eco. But here comes the air, and Animorph only has 1 SAM. That will go down rather fast, I think. And Animorph is also winning here, it seems. Though, maybe not. Because Nickname is really using his navy. And he's gathering a small commando army. And I bet they will go for the gas soon. Or it could also be in best Nickname style and really build it up. So he has like 20 commandos all of a sudden coming out of the forest. Well, I guess Nickname feels confident since he's building more eco up here. And Nickname is now pushing mid. And that's also a bit of a scary push, but it's also close to all of Animorph's producers, so he can quickly relocate his army, or at least the reinforcements. And Nickname pushes through. Animorph is moving his army towards the front line here. And fortunately for Nickname, I think he got the calculations just right. I think he will end up having just enough manpower here to keep Animorph off of the buildings. Animorph doesn't see any of Nickname's proxy bases. And here comes the attack on the gas. Animorph is a busy man right now. And next up is the town. And I think Nickname will get this town. And it does. So that really hurts. That hurts Animorph. And he can actually keep going, because Animorph can't use his helis to do anything about it. Nickname is hitting another industry. And by killing the gas first, before he starts taking out everything else, it just means that Animorph is paralyzed until this gas is up and running. That's 4 buildings in no time. So that's 930 for Animorph, 1400 for Nickname. I think this is only going one way now. If Animorph can come back from this, I will be very impressed. He could if it was me he played against, but against Nickname, be very tough. And I really think it's so cool how Nickname can win this game. Despite, like, I don't think you will see a lot of other top players putting down 2 shipyards in this map. I almost want to do a bet and say that no other games with top players in the tourney, because all have to play on the same first map, this one, so we get to see it again and again and again. And my bet is Nickname will be the only very experienced player that will do this move. But let's see. Maybe other players are looking at this game and learn from it. And Nickname is going for Animorph's gas again. This time he's just using his air. And Nickname might be able to defend this up here. Got another proxy here. Killing the industry. Maybe not. Let's see. Well, if he gets the gas. Nope. But the gas will die in a minute, I think. And we even get to see an aircraft carrier. I love it. I would not have predicted that. I would not have predicted 2 shipyards and an aircraft carrier on the winning team in this match. So I think Nickname just made it clear that, well, he's still a top contender for winning the tourney. And he snipes the, I don't know if you can call it a snipe, but he gets Animorph's gas up here. Animorph does have another. And now he's about to kill 2 towns in a minute, I think. Can Animorph see any of these? No, he can't. Now he can. And he can at least hear them. Let's get rid of this proxy base. Nickname is now shifting the front line up here. And he's moving his air all the way to Animorph's base. Be exciting to see how he will use. Fortunately, he only has air on one of these. And he's building a bunch of gas now. He builds so much eco. He's building even more eco up here, doing a new defense. Killing Animorph's eco. The industry here is taken out, another town, and maybe 2 more industries. And now there will also be a land push with a real army, so to speak, from the north. I think we'll see Animorph will resign soon. Let's look at the eco. 1800. Probably double up. Yeah. 960 for Animorph, so there's no way Animorph can come back. There's just no way. So extremely well played by Nickname. Animorph is trying to build a bit more eco. Searching for those commandos, and that means he doesn't have the defense to hold off this army. He can't use his helis too much because Nickname has both interceptors, he has missile ships, and this game is over in minutes. actually doesn't look too bad from up here, but it certainly is. But I think it's also important to consider all of this eco that's available on the west side. City, 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 town, town, industries, of course, and so on. Animorph is building eco, and these commandos will just keep annoying him. So I think Nickname will get this gas again, but it doesn't really matter because he's killing all of Animorph's air anyways with his interceptors. Well, there is of course one heli down here that's doing some sort of work. Look at all of this. And down goes Animorph's energy. And there we go. Well played by both. Extremely well played by Nickname, I think. Not just the fact that he beat Animorph, but the way he did it. I would never have played like that, at least. And I would never have beaten Animorph either, probably. So yeah, that's very well played. So now it will be exciting to see the next game between these two. If Nickname wins the next one, he's on to the next round bracket. So Animorph really knows that he has to play his very, very best to beat Nickname. He has to win 2 in a row now, and that is looking tough. I think I'll jump straight into the second game and see how that goes. And this is like at the speed at which Nickname already had the upper hand with eco, while keeping the front lines and not losing ground towards Animorph, and he was never in danger in any way, even though he's spent so much eco on getting more eco. And there was one point at the north where Animorph almost got to some of Nickname's buildings, and if he had got that, it could have been another game maybe. But yeah, he didn't, and this is the outcome. Well played by both. I'm looking forward to see your second and maybe third game, depending on the result. Now Animorph gets to choose the second seed, so he have a slight advantage. So I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I did, and hopefully we'll see each other in one of the next games. Bye.